two questions that came in. One was, what are my favorite lifts and why? Because I wasn't so detailed last night, maybe because I was drinking. And the other one is, which was very funny, is why am I always talking in the gym and not showing you guys my workouts? The first part to that is, well, the reason why I'm not showing you guys my workouts is because I'm sensitive. Maybe I'm oversensitive, but millions of you around the world, millions and millions of you around the world can't get to a gym. You're not able to work out at full max capacity the way you want to. So the last thing I want to do, it would make me feel like an asshole. So I'm like, hey guys, look at me, look at the workouts I'm having. This is great, look at my gym. I'm just not going to show that. That's just not my style. Just know that I'm working extremely hard. And, I don't take this shit for granted that for years I've had my own personal gym. So I don't want to waste any time. You can live vicariously through me if you're not able to get to a gym. I promise you, I have built up enough intensity and rage every day while we are all dealing with this pandemic. So that's the only reason why I'm not showing you guys how I'm training. Just know that I'm working really, really hard. And maybe once things starting to flatten a little bit, we start seeing a little bit of light at the end of this tunnel, one day at a time, which it seems we are, which is really nice and encouraging, then maybe I'll start showing you guys my training. The other thing is what are my favorite lifts and why, and what would I recommend for you guys to train once you guys are back? The second part to that answer, really that's up to you. My favorite lifts in the gym, honestly, it's everything. I learned at a very early age to make sure that I was training full body always, and never wanted to be the kind of guy who only trained upper body or only trained my chest or my arms and neglected my legs, or just trained my arms and nothing else. Because also you don't want to get put in a position where, because your body, your muscularity and your structure, it's all chain linked. So you don't want to be in a position where you're training, a body part consistently very hard, neglecting others, and then that body part is compensating, the other ones are compensating. Before you know it, you've got a body that looks kind of out of aesthetically not pleasing, but more importantly than the aesthetics and the optics of that, as you get a little older, it's just not healthy, because that's how you start getting injured and getting hurt. What would I recommend? But my favorite, not only full body, but in particular, I always make it a point to make sure that I'm really training my lower body, my quads, my hamstrings, glutes, my calves. A lot of dudes, we get a bad rap because they only want to train their upper bodies. Boys, don't neglect your lower body. It's the most important thing you could do, because when you train hard, especially if you're training legs hard and you're doing squats, whether they're heavy squats or squats for the burn at the end of your workout, the lower body, when you train it hard, it's the biggest muscle that you have, basically the biggest muscle group that you have that requires the biggest output of energy. And you stress your entire body, your adrenal glands, you stress everything in your body, your brain, everything gets stressed. But if you train right, everything gets stressed in a great way. So if you're looking to lose weight, that's a good way to lose weight, is to make sure that you're focusing on your lower body too. And so I just always loved, training my lower body, because it's our anchor. And these are my wheels. I only got one set of wheels. And what I would recommend for you guys who you don't have the opportunity to train right now, when this bounce back happens, and the bounce back is going to happen, and you guys who don't have an opportunity to train, men and women, you're going to come back like a bull in a china shop with the intensity and the velocity of a runaway train. You guys are going to train like beasts. What I would recommend now, and it's what I'm doing too, even though I still have the opportunity to train, is just take inventory of your training, take inventory of the goals that you've already reached, the goals that you didn't, the goals that you want to in the future, because the gyms are going to open back up. You never know, maybe a month, maybe 6 weeks, I'm not quite too sure, maybe earlier for some of you guys around the world, as we're experiencing some flattenings of the curve and seeing some really good things around the world. So I would do that. I would start writing everything down. If you have a whiteboard like I do, I write all my shit down on a whiteboard. If you don't have that, just write it down, your notebook, paper, whatever it is, or in your phone, type it in your phone. But I would take mental inventory on everything you have going on in terms of your training and where you want to see improvement, what your challenges are, and also embrace the wins, the big wins. If you had some big wins already in 2020 and you made some great gains, great, embrace it, and let's build from there. So thank you for your questions. I appreciate it. Keep them coming, and most importantly, stay healthy. Talk soon.